Okay. I pulled from the Oracle of the Phoenix this week. They were pretty insistent and have quite a message for you today. Make dreams come true. Time to tap into that hidden realm of dreams that you never allowed to come true. Regardless of the reasons or events that got in the way, you may feel it calling to you. The energies are prime in your life right now to engage in turning your fantasies into reality. But it's going to take an amount of courage that is a bit uncomfortable for most to step into. This courage isn't lost or something that needs to be obtained. It's something that lies inside, dormant. If you believe in yourself enough to dream it, you can believe in yourself enough to start it. And if you start, you can find the faith in yourself to continue to find out once and for all if it was just a pipe dream or an unanswered call. Then after that, we have give and forgive. Let's rehash this message for the ones in the back that didn't get it last time. It's time for you to forgive yourself for allowing the hurts and pains to prevent you from healing. You need to give yourself the grace to release from these. You aren't excusing what was done. You aren't forgetting it. You're simply making space for it not to affect your life anymore. Once you do this, you will see mountains move before your very eyes. The things that daunted in your consciousness will begin to have light and hope that you didn't know was attainable. And then we have strength. This is not something to be found. This is something to tap into. You are so much stronger than you ever believed yourself to be. If you could only but remember what it was that got you to this very moment in time, you would be amazed at how strong you really are. It's time to stop with the identity of weakness as failure or a step backwards. It is in this that you are finding where your strength actually lies. You have survived so much, and this was not out of weakness. This was out of the pure movement of life through a strength you simply needed to reframe, to recognize. Begin dreaming, realize, and reignite the fire that you thought had dimmed. Then we have the power of empathy. And I froze. This one goes out to the ones who have forgotten how to walk in another's shoes. Once upon a time, you were able to empathize with things you saw, but then something shifted in your sights and perceptions. Might have made you a little cold to what others were going to. This sounds harsh, but it's time to remember just how much you've pushed away because you didn't recognize the power of empathizing. Sure, it may have been taken for granted, but there is now no real reason to hold on to that perception. You can cry for another person's struggles, feel their pain, and still hold space for them without taking your own energies away. You're simply adding to the collective understanding that cruelty and harm are negatively impacting the world around you. If on the surface you don't understand what this was pointing to, that's okay. Your subconscious was listening. Be who you are. You glorious and beautiful creature, it's time to stop hiding who you are in this world. There's always going to be some naysayer in the world that's going to try and take your light away from you. But there are others that are going to absolutely honor who you are and what you bring. Flying back to the first card, talking about dreams and bringing them to life. You cannot achieve this if you are living your life according to what others say. You have to be you, all of who you are, not just part of it to fit in. Of course, there's the agreed to terms that are going to hold you back, no question there. But be you. Let who you really are shine so your dreams can manifest. Think this is fluff? Nah, because it's an act of strength and bravery to do this. And finally, the secret. I don't know if you can see it well enough, but notice the koi in the pool beneath. It is bringing you the message of wisdom that lies within. And part of this message is to learn to discern when to speak and when not to. When to disclose what it is that you see, what you are doing, and where you are going. Also, asking you to truly know when to step into someone else's problems. Far too many times we want to speak out of turn and throw in what we think is wisdom, when really we are just interrupting the journey that someone else needs to have. Not to say that we should just simply allow someone to make a decision that is going to bring them harm, but there are times that rock bottom is the only choice they have to get the growth they need. You have your own journey of growth going on. Don't distract it because you can't stay silent.
You're weirding me out again, man.
Yeah?
Oh, yes, the readings, the conversation I'm going to have later, they all came up. Thanks for starting it. Get the ball rolling.
My pleasure.
Oh, my Lord.
My pleasure. And I'm going to move this out of the way so next time I'm on camera.
We're starting off tonight with the Eight of Pentacles. You've been putting in a lot of work, emotionally clocking both in and out of love, hoping your effort pays off. You've been trying to fix it, grow it, or prove you're worth it. The universe is proud, but also whispering, "Hun, relationships aren't group projects where you do all the work while the other person just takes." This card says your dedication is admirable, but make sure you're not neglecting your own boundaries, especially not for the sake of someone who never meets you halfway. Next up, Judgment. This is your cosmic wake-up call. Judgment shows you're being asked to rise up, reflect, and release old patterns. Maybe this person or situationship is circling back like an old Netflix series you've already watched 3 times. Spirit's basically yelling, "We've been here before. Are you going to repeat or evolve?" Forgiveness might be needed, but remember, forgiveness doesn't mean allowing someone who mistreated you back into your life. Up next, the Chariot. Making sure I got the right card. You are in your "I'm taking control of my own destiny" era. The Chariot says you're finally steering your emotional GPS by yourself instead of letting someone else drive you off into the ditch. This love situation is testing your ability to stay centered, focused, and aligned, even when your heart wants to swerve off-road because you received one chaotic text. You're learning that direction is much better than distraction. All right. Next up, the 10 of Wands. Wow, talk about emotional roadkill. This shows a painful ending or betrayal that hit you pretty hard. Someone might have left you feeling like you got stabbed not once, but 10 times and then twisted the last one just for fun. But here's the thing. This is rock bottom, and rock bottom leads to resurrection. You've survived it, and now you're rebuilding smarter, wiser, and 100% less tolerant of the bullshit. All right. Next up, you got the Fool. You're ready for a reset. You want new energy, new vibes, and maybe even a new boo who doesn't need an emotional instruction manual. The Fool says you're ready to leap into love again, but do it with trust, not naivete. Keep your heart open, but make sure your boundaries are not on vacation. The goal is joyful risk, not reckless relapse. All right. Next up, we have the Ace of Swords. Clarity is incoming. This ace cuts right through the confusion. Expect an honest conversation, an aha moment, or maybe even a truth bomb that sets you free. You'll finally see what's real. No more romanticizing the red flags just because they look kind of pretty in the moonlight. The Ace of Swords says mental clarity leads to emotional freedom. All right. Next up, the High Priestess. Okay, are you being mysterious much? You're tuned in, intuitive, probably already know how this is going to play out. You just needed confirmation. The High Priestess says you're operating from a deep place of wisdom. Trust those gut feelings because your intuition is louder than any mixed signal they are sending. You hold the power now. Play your cards wisely. Cards wisely. Yeah, I threw that in just for Micah. All right. Ah, yes, the Six of Cups. Nostalgia. The past is back knocking at your emotional door like, "Hey, stranger." This could be an ex, a soulmate connection, or even just the energy of something familiar to you. The Six of Cups brings sweet memories, but don't get lost in them. Remember, nostalgia can be a liar because it tends to edit out the chaos and add romantic soft lighting. All right. Next up, we have the Page of Swords. You want passion, excitement, and chemistry that makes your heart do cartwheels, but you're scared it's going to fizzle out like last time. The Page of Wands says you're craving adventure and fun again, and that's great. But just be sure it's not just lust in a hot outfit pretending to be love. You want the spark and the stability. All right, last but not least, the Ace of Wands. Here we go. It's your grand finale. The Ace of Wands is a pure new beginning, attraction, and creative passion. If you've been feeling emotionally flatlined, this card says your love life is about to light up like a flame. This could be a new connection or a complete revival of your confidence and magnetism. Either way, it's hot, it's fresh, and it's all about you reclaiming your spark. You're graduating from your heartbreak with honors. You've learned your lessons, done the inner work, and now you're ready to write your next love story with confidence instead of codependency. The universe is saying, don't chase what broke you, attract what matches you. New beginnings are coming in strong. You've got not one but two aces, but it's only because you finally learned to listen to your high priestess intuition and own that chariot power. So get ready because love is about to get real, raw, and rewarding. And I'm done.
Well, all right.
Well, all right.
And it's kind of funny early in the reading when you were talking about distraction, because I kept distracting her while she was trying to get her reading done.
Yes. I was sitting here trying to write all that, and he's distracting me the whole time.
Because somebody waited until the absolute last minute to get it done. I'm just saying.
Somebody was busy doing some things.
What? I don't know. What?
Whatever.
I keep forgetting what it is I'm going to talk about. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay. So, see you in a few. Bye. God, I really hate this view. I'm going to have to fix something. But, in my new travels with my own personal expansion, being a host and a creator over on TikTok now, and reaching the number of people that I've been able to impact in the past 6 or 7 weeks, I've done over 400 readings. And well, that's an amazing accomplishment. That's more than I've done probably in a 5-year time. And just being able to watch the impact. Now, I'm not telling you all this just to brag. I'm just giving you a little bit of insight before I get into the meat of what I want to talk about. Because one of the things that I have noticed very blatantly through a lot of people that I know, a lot of people I don't know, is just how much negative impact social media can have on people. And I watch energies change. I watch personalities drop. And people going after each other because of misunderstandings, because of just plain negative energies that flow through. And people jumping on to bandwagons and self-entitlement and misunderstandings because of what they read in the chat. Hurt feelings. Exactly. So be careful. Be cautious. Hold your boundaries. Set your intentions when you go onto social media. I know that sounds bizarre. And telling somebody when you're holding your phones watching this right now, because most people aren't going to watch this on their TV, but telling you to put your phones down, that's not going to work anymore. Raise your vibration. Raise your boundaries. Protect yourselves energetically, mentally, emotionally, because it's getting ugly in many ways. There's a lot of good. I don't want to downplay the good because there's so much good going on as well on social media. So many awakenings, if you will. Things that we wouldn't have growing up in my generation. Things that we wouldn't have been able to enjoy the freedom to express. But with those freedoms, it does come with a price and warnings. So guard yourselves, guard your hearts, guard your minds. Love freely, but also be aware. Because it's going to get worse before it gets better. And I don't say things that I don't feel or see. So please, guard yourselves. Nothing that is for my better good is allowed in my space. Or that isn't for my better good, rather. We want the good to come in, not the bad. I always confuse that one. Anyway, you got the point. And that's enough. I don't know. You'll love it this lifetime.
This lifetime. I don't. Anyway, I have no idea what
Anyway,
it is.
I'm a go.
Oh, is it my turn? Oh gosh, it is my turn. Okay, so yeah, we kind of have the same subject again. Go figure. Except I'm going to take a little bit of a different turn with it. I had seen this video, and some of you may have seen my recent Facebook post about avoidance and not villainizing them, not demonizing people. Because we don't always stop and realize when someone's not treating us right or the way that we deserve to be treated, that there are things in people's pasts, traumas, things that have happened to them that cause them to be who they are. And yes, I was talking specifically about avoidant personalities at that point, but this can be anybody. And then also I saw an article yesterday about narcissism that I found interesting, that scientists have found that there is an actual disconnect between a narcissist's emotional and then logic thinking, where they don't really think logically when they're emotional, and their emotions are, there's a complete disconnect. So my point is that there's something that I got told when one time a while ago, that I try to think about when someone is not treating me well. And that is, and I think I've told you guys this before. In fact, I think I probably told you more than once. Try, and it's hard, but try to picture them as a 2 or 3 year old child being emotionally bullied, not being taken care of by their parents, having abusive parents. There's all kinds of things that happen. None of us come out of our childhood unscathed. We all have wounds from our childhood. Some are more severe than others. And we don't always know that when we run into somebody or when we meet somebody and they're not treating us the way that we deserve to be treated. I am not in any way, shape, or form saying that you should accept poor behavior, because you should not. You should discuss their behavior with them and talk to them and tell them your needs. And if they can't meet them, then don't stick around. But try to not villainize people for who they are, because none of us lived their lives. None of us went through the things that they have gone through. There's no one out there who has lived the exact same life as you and taken things in personally to their heart, to their mind, the same way that we have. We all respond differently. We all feel things differently, and we all had different upbringings. So try to stop and think and about that before you demonize somebody or villainize them for their personality. And remember to try to be a little gentle and to maybe treat them as that little 2 or 3 year old child being picked on or bullied or mistreated. And it might change how you look at them a little bit. like I said, don't accept bad behavior. That's not okay. It's not okay for you to be treated poorly. But just try not to villainize people. Make sure that you give them the love and respect that maybe they missed out on as a child. And that's all I have. And
That's all she said.
you say that every time.
Because you say that's all I have.
Well, so that you know to come back.
What? I come back.
So that you know to come back.
See? And when you're running the board, you can't. My keyword and Q word was enough.
True.
Kind of like when I do readings over on TikTok. The people know, my mods especially, they know when I'm done with the reading.